Luxurious Fleet, thanks for coming out tonight for the big unveil of the Nissan Z Proto digital unveil. And that will be happening in about 30 minutes. So I'll be just chatting with you guys, asking you questions because there's a lot of stuff that we can speculate upon going in. And you're free to ask me questions as well. And it's going to be a good time. If you guys were here last night for the Tucson unveil, we had a great time. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I will be talking a little bit throughout the video. And if a lot of you guys were here last night, you know, I had quite a few haters being like, shut up, like, you know, let the guy talk. It's like, come on, just read the press release if you want to know every single little detail. This is, you know, just I'll be giving my impressions, my take on this unveil. So yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun and I can't wait to just experience it with you guys. So Zonda, what's going on? Denzel, Langston, Iron, Peregrine, Steedy, 3N is in the house. Leo's here. Fatty Diagne? Fatty Diagne? How you doing? If I don't get to you, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people here. But thank you guys again for stopping by. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of things we know. We pretty much know what it looks like at this point. We don't know what the rear end looks like. But the front end, the sides, the hood, the roofline, which is super iconic to the Z cars. Yeah, there's a lot we know about the looks. There's a lot we don't know about everything else. We know manual transmission. The interior looks nice from the teasers we've got so far. Gavin, how you doing? Raji, how you doing? Lino, Fluffy Nader 9000, epic name. How you doing? Sasha has a cat in a box. Dean Morara, can you talk about the Jeep Grand Wagoneer and the new post? Well, I don't, you guys know I really focus mainly on Japanese and Korean vehicles. And I'm not a huge enthusiast in American cars. I like some of them. I definitely don't like all of them. I don't like all Japanese cars for that matter. But the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, there'll be some people who buy it out there. There's so many other options out there that you can buy, you know, for the same 100. It's 100 grand, right? You can option that thing to 100 grand. I mean, would I pick a depreciating turd? No offense to the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. And maybe it appreciates over time if they make it in like low volume. I know the really old ones that like still have their value. Or would I pick an LX? You know, 100 grand or a Land Cruiser. Those things hold their value extraordinarily well. So I don't know. Jeeps hold their value well. What am I talking about? They shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't because they're, you guys know. But anyways, I love Jeeps and how they look. I love their capability, but I'm not excited one bit for a Grand Wagoneer. Anyways, get me talking off subject a little bit today. Yeah, everyone's like, buy the Lexus, buy an LX, buy a Land Cruiser. Would you guys? Okay, let's ask some questions about the Z Proto. What do you guys think it needs to do to be able to beat the Supra? I'm not talking about price. I'm just talking about, I'm not talking about performance either. What does this car need to be the pick over the Supra? It's already got the 6-speed manual, so it's already got a huge leg up on the Supra. What else does this car need to be the go-to choice if you want a Japanese sports car priced around $50,000? What else? Nice interior, turbo. Be 100% Japanese. It's going to be close. It'll be close. Way closer than the Supra. The Supra is 0% Japanese. Drift capable. Okay. All-wheel drive options. All right. I got chewed out once because I'm like, what if the next Z has all-wheel drive like the Q60 Red Sport? And people are like, no, Z cars need to be rear-wheel drive. Burn in hell. So, but I'm open to it. Spacious interior, nice looking, more tech, manual, more power, true heritage, +2 seating, 40K price tag, fully loaded manual. That's a stretch, but we can hope, right? No BMW thingy. Yep, that's like an automatic win. Better infotainment. You want a self-driving sports car, Jeff? I hope you're trolling. I'm pretty sure that's a troll. I'm pretty sure you're just trolling there. Sunroof option. What do you got? T-top. Let's get a roadster or a T-top. That would be incredible. By the way, we're about 25 minutes out. MPG donating already. Great job on the live streams. What is your best guess on how many months from now the next Z will hit showrooms? How many we put down to months? I'm going to say 21 months. 21 months. Great question. And thank you so much for the donation. Thank you guys all for stopping out. You guys are freaking awesome. Luxurious Fleet representing. T-tops would be incredible. Lane assist, okay. Everyone likes it's going to have that. It's going to have the Nissan. What is it? What does Nissan have? Is it the Pro Pilot? It's the Pro Pilot? Goodness. I don't know why that's not coming to me right now. Their safety suite. Ani says, I just want a smaller, more rugged Land Cruiser. I mean, like smaller than the GX. Just buy a GX if you're in the States. Or if you're not in the States, even in the States, you could get a 4Runner. That's pretty much a Land Cruiser. Oh, you just like to have long drives. Okay. I hear you. Thank you for explaining yourself, Jeff. That makes sense. You like your long drives. I don't blame you. I like long drives too. And if you have the money, get an LC500. That thing will have great lane assist. It's not going to drive itself. And I don't... the Nissans do pretty good with the Pro Pilots. But the thing is, if it's going to be a manual, it can't really drive itself. Right? So, the automatics might be able to. I don't know. Maybe on highways only sort of thing. So... Needs a reliable engine. That would be nice. The thing is, you don't know if it's going to be a reliable engine when you buy it. That's why you get that extended warranty, guys. Yeah. Or you just lease it. You don't have to worry about it. You can buy it after the lease if you want. Does anyone know what the hell Nissan Plus? Nissan Plus is not a real thing, guys. That was taken out of context by... Was it Ashwani Gupta, the Nissan? I forget what is. He's like a Nissan, a big high executive Nissan guy, and I think he was misinterpreted or taken out of context when he said Nissan Plus. Nissan Plus is that they envision Infiniti to be, I guess, like a tier 1 luxury program. They're not gunning for Nissan to be a tier 1 luxury program. If you don't know what tier 1 is, that's Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Lexus. Those are the big tier 1s. Now they're, Jaguar, yeah, but they don't really sell in volume. And the rest of them take existing platforms and they make them luxurious. And Lexus does that to an extent as well. So Nissan Plus is just going to be, let's take a Maxima and let's give it the best powertrains we have, and let's make it, put more sound dampening in there, make the interior nicer, and that's about it. Charge a little bit more for it. I think that's their vision for Nissan Plus. Nissan Plus is not a brand. It's just kind of their philosophy going forward with Infiniti. But we'll have to see what that means if it comes to pass or if Infiniti stays around. So, Valentine wants 6-pot front brakes. We'll see. It might depend on the tier. of Z you get. You know, Nismo, probably. Will this affect the Q60? No. Kirk, what do I drive? I drive a Prius and a Sienna. I drive a Prius for most of my errands. And with COVID, sadly, I don't take the kids hardly anywhere. Like, this thing sucks. Over 500 in the live stream. Yeah, thanks, guys. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Iman, you excited, Kirk? Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so used to Lexus, and I don't get my hopes up much for anything anymore. I get excited. Anything new, they've hyped it really well, and I applaud them for that. But I'm curbing my expectations. They've already answered the number one thing that I wanted in the new Z, and that was a continuation of the manual transmission. So I'm already happy. I mean, everything else is just icing on the cake at this point. So, and by the way, guys, and most of you probably already know, I do car reviews from time to time, but that is going to be a normal thing going forward. I will be getting review cars starting this week. In a couple days, I'll be getting a 2020 Mazda 6 Signature, and I'll be reviewing it. And I want to keep my reviews short. There are so many reviewers out there, that spend 20, 30 minutes, and I can do that. I'd probably more likely do that on a Lexus just because of all my knowledge and experience with them. But I really want to focus my reviews around 10 to 12 minutes. Keep it short, keep it exciting, keep it moving along. So I'm really excited to do more reviews for you guys. Dougie, H10, $5 donation. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. He says this new Z needs a DCT. I think that would help its cause on the automatic front. But it might raise prices. Does the Nissan Renault Alliance have a DCT in their lineup? I don't know any of the Renault products. They could they? Well, the GTR is a DCT, right? I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a GTR professional or, I guess, library when it comes to GTR. But they're not going to put the GTR transmission in here. But yeah, that's a great question or great observation. It would benefit from a DCT for those wanting a faster automatic transmission. Kirk, what is my favorite Lexus model of all time? Put me on the spot. Okay, we can't count the LFA. The LFA is automatically number one for everyone. That's just too hard. That's too hard. So we'd be here all night. I could talk about 20 different models that I like. I can't pick one. I'm sorry. I'm copping out. LX470. That's, if it's not my favorite, it's close. So there's a cheap answer for you. Ramon, you're here for the reveal of the Z. Where is it? Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. It will be debuting in 16 minutes and 20 seconds from now. I started my stream early just to chat with you guys, answer your questions, ask you guys questions on what you think the next Z needs, that sort of thing. So, and people in the chat are already responding to that. So thank you guys. 94 LS400. I'd pick a 98 LS400. Get that VVTi. One of my friends, or his friend and his coworker, he might be in the chat. I don't know. He just bought a 98 LS400. And he lives, I used to work with him at Lexus, and he lives in the area. So that's a possibility. I don't have a project car. No. Will this make or break Nissan? Absolutely not. They're not going to make any money on this car. This is a car, well, theoretically, they don't make any money on it. Coupes don't make money right now. Maybe they used to back in the day. And coupes have been disappearing from many manufacturers' lineups. Coupes build excitement. Guys, look, we have, 500 people, over 500 people in this stream, let alone the Lexus or the we were talking about Lexus. The Nissan stream is going to have significantly more people than I have here. There's thousands of people excited for the next Z. Would that many people get excited for the next Rogue? Hell no. But does a Rogue make the money? Yeah, because they sell probably hundreds of thousands. They sell hundreds of thousands. Yeah, they sell hundreds of thousands of Rogues here in the United States alone. That makes the money. That makes the money. But a new Rogue, do you know how much buzz that the new Rogue just came out? Do you know how much buzz that got? Like none, because that's not an enthusiast car. Enthusiasts get excited about things, and that's you guys. That's me, and yeah, here we are. Now, the Tucson Unveil last night, I did have a good showing for it. There are some exciting things about it. A lot of questions, a ton of more questions than answers, in my opinion. And that's going to be the same thing tonight, guys. This is a prototype. It's a concept in a sense, but it's going to be very, very, very close to production ready, in my opinion. At least this design is. Their plans with it are really close to production ready. But we're not going to have a whole lot of answers on price, exact availability, maybe not all the powertrains. We're not going to have information on options or different packages or anything like that. I expect tonight to be largely the first 10 minutes. I could see them talking about the heritage of the Z, building up the Z, informing us about the different models of the Z, the 240Z, the 280Z, the 300ZX, the 300ZX second generation, 350Z, 370Z. If I missed something in there, I probably did. But they're going to run through the gamut. They're going to talk about the design of this car from the ground up and what it's gunning for. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. And if you're a designer or you like creating things, you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this, because I think we're going to see a lot of that. So 400Z's placeholder. I have no idea what they're going to call it. If I say 400Z, just about everyone who knows about this car knows exactly what I'm talking about. So if I say 400Z, I think that just makes a lot of sense for the name of the car if they have the 400 horsepower twin turbo V6. Marigold is going to be pissed if the Z has fake exhaust tips. Damn right. Yeah. She'll be upset. It can't have fake exhaust tips, guys. I'll end the stream if it has fake exhaust tips. I'll end the stream. Guys, there's nothing to see here. Move along. I'm protecting you so you don't get mad. When does this start? Jay, this starts in 12 minutes. The Z is just an exterior refresh? No, well, I hope not. I don't think so. I think it's going to be... I don't know. They better have something brand new. I hope it's a new platform, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to CVT as automatic, Kev. Spare us, Nissan, from the Jatco transmissions. Will SUV coupes be the next big thing? I mean, it's already a big thing. There's a lot of SUV coupes out there. I mean, technically, the Lexus RX is an SUV coupe, is it not? Like, do you see how aggressive the raked in, the raked back window is? So most SUV coupe all does is maybe look better. I don't know if they always look better. Sometimes look better, and it reduces the functionality of the car. So Mario Striker's in the house. Been having school lately, so I haven't seen. That's fine, man. School is more important than watching my videos, brother. Rain Cornelius from Guam. Thanks for tuning in from the Pacific. Thanks, brother. Do some snorkeling for me. Goodness. Fishing. Surfing. Anything ocean related. Jamal Cruz, $2. Thank you, brother. Thank you for following your passion. God bless. Oh, thanks for the kind words. Thank you for coming out. Thank you guys for coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. About 10 minutes left. 400Z gonna discount Supra? No. No. Nope. You kidding me? Toyota does not like discounting their cars. They do not budge a whole lot. 400Z versus Supra will be interesting. Both turbo 6, two-seater. I don't expect the 400Z to be faster than the Supra at all. It might have better horsepower numbers. I don't see it being faster than the Supra. But I see it as the enthusiast choice because you can get it with a 6-speed manual. I don't care. Like, I've driven so many fast cars. For example, like I've driven an Audi RS7 so fast. And I've also driven a Mustang Bullet. The Audi RS7, they're both fast cars. RS7 is a rocket ship. Okay. The Mustang, though, when you hear that sound and you get the 6-speed manual, the gearbox on that Mustang was nearly perfect. Not my favorite in clutch, but I mean the gearbox itself, the feel of it with your hand was incredible. So Ford's got a good, and that's going to be a competitor to this car is the Mustang, absolutely. So it'll be interesting. Man, a V8, the sound of a V8. This thing better sound good because if it doesn't, it's going to be disappointing. Enthusiasts like to have, if they're going to have a 6-speed, they like to also hear their car. This is the way it is. We like to hear cars. Sadly, we're going to be losing that with EVs as time goes on. What do you think? Honda is going to have a rear-wheel drive car? I don't think Honda will ever have a rear-wheel drive car. Take that back. Rear-wheel drive non-electric car, I think. Because, I mean, the Honda E is rear-wheel drive. Are there any other rear-wheel drive Hondas out there? S2000 was, but that's no longer in production. So, yeah, I don't know. Any other I know, yeah, I said NSX. NSX is all-wheel drive, but the old ones are rear-wheel drive. Okay, I said S2000, guys. Guys are like spamming me. But they need to have, it would be nice to have a new S2000. Del Sol was the Del Slow was front-wheel drive. NSX used to be rear-wheel drive. Now it's all-wheel drive. What about the Nissan Quest Coupe convertible? I can't read that. Hybrid 6-speed V12 rear-wheel drive. That sounds like Fantasyland. Oh, Nissan Quest. Oh, it's a joke. It's because the Quest is discontinued. That was the van, right? That was the minivan. Some Acuras are rear-wheel drive. No, they're not. I don't know of one rear-wheel drive Acura. I'm happy to be wrong about that. I don't know of any rear-wheel drive Acuras. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a little bit of lemonade mixed with an adult beverage of choice. Guys, we are 6 minutes away. Okay, well, yeah, Acura. Okay, so the NSX, I already told you, yeah. NSX, I already agreed that it's rear-wheel drive. But he said there are some Acuras, like multiple models. ILX in reverse is rear-wheel drive, good point. Jamaica's in the house. Omar, welcome back. Race cars, yeah. About 5 minutes, guys. Lemonade with Jose. No, I don't. I love tequila. Tequila is my favorite liquor. This is actually mezcal. I've never had mezcal before this week. Mezcal is similar to tequila, but it's they put the agave leaves under the ground and they roast them, so you get more of a whiskey flavor. And a lot of wood. This thing almost tastes like a shop class. It took me a bit to get used to it. Now I'm starting to enjoy it. Just like in any alcohol. The first time you drink beer, oh, it's disgusting. First time you taste liquor, it's disgusting. But it's an acquired taste. Give Kirk some likes. Thanks, Flat Six. JC says, I know what mescal is. I have some. I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw it at Trader Joe's. And I would love to be sponsored by Trader Joe's. It's like, I go to Trader Joe's like 2 times a week, guys. Spend too much money there. But it makes me so happy. Four minutes. Mazatlan is the best place for tequila. I would love to go there. I know it's on the west, so on the Pacific side. Jamal Cruz, are you planning to move to Florida? Yeah, that's the plan, dude. The plan is to move back next fall. Next fall. Next summer. Oh my gosh, it's starting soon. But I will be moving back probably next summer. I would love to get my oldest child into school down there for the fall school season. So that is the goal. Nissan versus Xpeng. I mean, that's a hard comparison in terms of, like, I don't know. Well, guys, we're close. Southwest Florida. You're thinking 420 horsepower, twin turbo V6? You think they're going to boost it that high? I mean, they already do 400 horsepower in the Red Sport. I think that's plenty. I mean, no one's going to say no to more horsepower, but what does your wife work as? My wife is a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mommy. We have 4 baby girls, so yeah. Where's the pre-order button? Oh, goodness. Pre-order, and they haven't even, like, started the countdown for the reveal. I'm sure some people would love to. Some people will probably put their money down at the end of this. Call their Nissan dealership and be like, hey, here's my money down. I want the first one. I wouldn't be surprised. 450 Nismo, 450 horsepower Nismo, goodness. That's a possibility. Red Arrow, correct, the Proto Z should be heavy on the driving experience like classic. I don't disagree with that. When does a live stream start? Any second now. It is 5:30, right? It's 7:30 right now. It's 5:30 someone else's time. So according to my clock, it's 2 minutes away. 2 to 3 minutes. Doesn't the Tucson look like the first gen Ford Edge in a lot of ways? I think the front end also shares some design cues with the Nissan Ariya. Jacob Whittington, hey Kirk, will Nissan bring back the Silvia? I have no hopes for it. They're just trying to survive right now. And the Z is generating buzz. So apparently they're going to have a new GTR as well, but we'll have to see on that. Dean says, why did they decide to discontinue the RXL? Because it sells terribly. And I don't even know if they discontinued the RXL. If they did, that's news to me. It's a terrible seller. It's a joke. It's a complete joke of a vehicle. You can't fit anyone in that third row, and you don't get a whole lot of extra space. It was a afterthought. The RXL was an afterthought. Don't even get me started on the RXL. Thanks, MPG. If Americans want more choices, they need to stop buying Mustangs. But America. Hashtag America, Mustangs. Do you think there will be a manual Supra? Yeah, eventually. They're marketing the hell out of the Supra. Slowly they're going to offer, like, every year is a new edition. It's going to be this edition this year, this edition next year. And one of these times they're going to offer 500 limited edition manual Supras. And they're going to be worth a crap ton in the secondhand market. And BMW/Toyota will probably charge $100,000 for a manual Supra. They're going to, well, at least the dealers will. They'll charge the hell out of them. Upcharge them. Upcharge, upcharge. Only non-internet people buy Mustangs. Can't. I mean, there are some. There are some. I've driven the Bullet Mustang and I enjoyed the hell out of that. But it wasn't, you know, the reason I drove it, so I worked at a dealership and that car was traded in with a little over 1,000 miles. I don't even know what you traded in for. Maybe an RC or something. I don't remember. It wasn't my trade-in, but yeah, that Bullet Mustang drove great. Okay, it's showtime. Nissan Pavilion, here we come. Oh. Showtime. Oh shit. See that green? Is that green or yellow? It's like a neon yellow. It's like a highlighter color. Ooh, look at those big brakes in the front. All those gauges on the dash too. Shoot. Oh, my favorite 300ZX, so good. That is a big square grille. I should say rectangle. What? That was like the largest square or rectangle grille ever. Here we go. I told you half of it was going to be hyping up the previous generations here. I love it. Hype up the Heritage. Did Toyota hype up the Heritage with the Supra when they unveiled it? I don't know. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Loving this montage. This is like a Rocky Balboa montage right now of Z cars. The back end looks a little, I don't know. Okay, Toyota did. Okay, thanks for educating me there. Shaky cam? Is the camera shaking for you too?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to the all the Z fans joining us live from the US, Japan, and around the world. This is an exciting announcement at Nissan because this is about the Z. The Z badge has special meaning.
Oh, look at that.
Lovers and
oh my gosh, that angle right there.
My very first car was Ferrari Z.
Guys,
for me, I must say,
they killed it.
The Z was love at
that
first
angle.
sight.
That did it for me. Look at that.
So cool, so desirable, and when
look how long that hood is. That sloping roof line. No one's fitting in that back seat.
I knew I wanted to own one. This was 1993. I finally bought a Z, a gunmetal gray with a T-bar roof, and of course, manual transmission.
Of course, it's manual.
Just looking
Looks
at
like an
the
Aston
car
Martin,
was
kind of, yeah.
exciting for me. Every time I polished my Z, I would spend extra time admiring my favorite angle, the front 3/4.
Yeah,
so
the rectangle grill's a little much for me, but
to unveil our
I can get
Z
over that
Proto.
because that side profile is sick.
The Z, as a pure sports car, represents the spirit of Nissan. It's a key model in our Nissan Next transformation plan, and this proof of our ability to do what others don't dare to do, from A to Z.
The grill does help suck in a lot of air, but they could at least make it look a little bit refined, and that's just a big rectangle.
And autonomous driving technology. And with the Z, we are bringing drivers the excitement of pure sports car. For Nissan, the Z is our DNA. There's Z in everything we do. The Z shows our passion for emotional design and the joy of driving.
I think we all agree that the front end
It
needs some
brings
reworking before
inspiration
production.
and excitement to
The
everyone
rest of it looks
at
pretty good.
Nissan. When
What
the
color
Ferrari
is it?
Z
That's
came out in
highlighter yellow.
1969, it moved the international sports car world. No one had ever experienced a car like that before. The Z offered outstanding performance
Take a shot every time he
and
says Z.
stylish
Oh
design
gosh.
that made
Oh gosh.
drivers
We'd all be
realize
dead.
they have to own the Z. And most
I know some of you don't
importantly,
like the back
Z
end. I
was
actually like the back
accessible.
end.
Now we are taking the Z to the next level. I'm excited to announce that the
Yeah.
new Z
PLO.
is coming.
I like
It means
it. I
a lot
like
to
it.
me that Z fans around the world are watching today. The Z Proto you see here is not a concept. The look of this is close to final.
But
And
that
the
angle
field
right there,
has
guys,
been engineered
is
for
sick.
aerodynamics and body rigidity.
Oh my gosh.
As we bring the prototype to reality,
Looks so
we are
good from
going
the
to
side.
deliver a living connection between driver
So good from the
and
side.
car. For us,
All right, guys.
this unique
Does it
combination of
look better than the Supra?
feel and power
Does
is
it
the
look better than the
essence
Supra?
of the Z. The Z Proto is prelude to the new Z and true to its heritage. We hope it will appeal to our drivers who have owned generation of Z and also a new wave of young fans who may have raced virtual Zs online. The Z has always given a tangible and exciting driving experience.
I think it looks better than the Supra. I mean, that's totally subjective. Totally
and true
subjective.
to that, the new Z will have a twin-turbo V6 with a 6-speed manual transmission
Twin turbo V6.
because we want your drive to be powerful, exciting, and engaging. Our team has created an agile, muscular design that's poised and ready for action. The new Z exterior draws on the memories shaped by our dreams of tomorrow. It draws inspiration from the design of two groundbreaking models, the 240Z and 300ZX. When you get inside the Z, you will feel the connection to its rich heritage. And when you drive the Z, you will feel it moving you and Nissan into the future. For more than 50 years, we have been creating the legend
The Miata
of
does sell
Z.
really well for what it is.
I'm glad you're with us for this exciting chapter. The new Z is on its way. Thank you.
Is that it? Is that all we got? I hope not. Is that all we got? Okay, okay.
Thank you,
Another guy.
Uchida-san, and
Okay.
welcome to the digital unveil of the Nissan Z Proto. Broadcasting from the Nissan Pavilion, Yokohama, Japan. Hello, I'm your host, Chris Pepler. Now, we've got a lot of people around the world joining us for this from the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the Middle East, and many more. And as a car fan myself, I'm very excited, as you are, and I'm also honored to be here as MC to show you the highly anticipated Z Proto. As Uchida-san told us in his opening message, the Z Proto is a sneak peek into what's to come. In the next hour, you will hear more about this vehicle and what it means for Nissan, for fans, and the Z legacy.
Mr.
And we're not
Radio
the only
Voice.
ones celebrating Z history in the making. Right now, the 33rd annual Z Car Convention, ZCon, is taking place in Nashville, Tennessee. And they're joining us live to share in this moment. At ZCon, we have Adam Carolla, famed radio personality who holds the world record for the most downloaded podcast, The Adam Carolla Show. And he is, without a doubt, a big Z enthusiast himself, with some very impressive vintage Z race cars. So let's check in now with ZCon to see how it's going on with fans over there. Adam, over to you.
Thank you, man with the coolest voice and better eyebrows. Wow, that car looked great, right?
Yeah, Adam. Yeah. So nerdy. So nerdy.
I'm definitely signing up for one of those bad boys. We'll see whose palm I got to grease to get one of those things in my garage. All right, so good evening once again. Thanks for joining us, and thanks again for those.
Has
joining
Adam
us from
Carolla had some work done? I haven't seen him in years.
Around the world, welcome to ZCon,
He does
the
not look like the
International
same
Z
dude.
Car Convention. For those of you who don't know me, well, that guy said it all. I do a lot of vintage racing. I make some car-related documentaries on occasion. I do.
All right, see you later, not
proud
Shiloh.
to say that not only do I do a lot of vintage racing, but I find these cars, oftentimes they're basket cases, do a full nut and bolt restoration on the race
Michael
cars, and then we
Massa,
go
there's
out
the
and
Nissan
hammer
stream
the
as
crap
well.
out
So
of
if you
those
don't like
cars on the
my
racetrack.
takes or
So
my
not
comments,
only do we race them,
feel
but
free to
we
head
put
over
them back
there as well.
together.
So
Past, present.
Jorge
I love the
donated.
new
Holy
stuff.
cow, I missed
I
that.
love the
$4.99.
vintage
Thank you.
stuff. ZCon
Is it me or does the
largest
canopy of the
Z-car
yellow Z
gathering
in the
in
background
world,
video
and
look a lot
this is
taller
their
than the car he's
33rd
next
year.
to?
Horns and lights, people.
I don't know. I guess it's I missed that comment. So there's a lot of Z's.
All right.
A lot of Z's at that convention.
At my funeral, I want you guys all in the procession doing this. Tonight we're here in Nashville in the shadow of Nissan's North American headquarters, and there are a couple hundred Z owners here tonight, possibly thousands before the Z Car Convention week is over. And oh, we got you with the flash and the light. Give me the horns and the lights one more time. It's good for my self-esteem.
Yeah, they have to point the camera at the feed instead of a direct feed. Yep.
All right, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from the ZCon 2020 this week so far. Take a look at the
Cooper
monitor.
Brown, I'm doing well.
Let's
How are you
show
doing?
Some highlights.
God, that would be an amazing time to go there. Look at them, having a little Z convention. Gorgeous. Yeah, twin turbo V6, just like we expected. 6-speed manual. That's really all we know about the car so far. But for some people, that's all they need to know. I was happy with the 6-speed manual when they announced that, so this is all icing on the cake, guys. Whatever else they announce. Yeah, twin turbo V6, yeah, it's exciting. And they had to. I mean, they absolutely had to keep up with the Supra. So Supra has a twin it's a single turbo, it's a twin scroll turbo, right? On the inline 6. You want me to move to Dallas next to the Toyota headquarters so I can see like concept cars and stuff? That's okay. I don't ever care to live in Texas. Presentation is whack. Didn't even rotate the car. Yeah. Didn't they park it on a turntable too? I think they did. Nissan is struggling,
for
sadly.
all of us here in the U.S. Tonight, we're honored to be joining you for several of the Z Proto reveal. Well, I want to thank you guys. That's what I'm saying. In North America, the Z has a strong 50-year-plus history. The original Datsun 240Z, and for us in Japan, your Fair Lady Z. The original one went on sale in it was a late 69 model year, and it went on to sale here in 1970. Since then, more than 1.3 million of these babies have been sold. 6 generations of Zs have been sold here in the United States, and I think I bought at least 27 Z cars. Seriously, thank you for letting me be part of such a big night, and thanks to ZCon members around the world for your loyalty, enthusiasm, and for all things Z. And I'd say that even if it wasn't on the teleprompter. So now,
Super Donkey,
it is my pleasure to
giving me
return
some
it
Canadian
back to
cash.
Chris
Thanks,
Kempler
brother.
in
I will keep my
Yokohama.
Hyundai
Chris?
accent. No
Thank you,
arigato.
Adam.
No, thank you.
A lot of enthusiasm. It's great.
Well,
to
thank you
see
for
the pride of Japanese
supporting
sports
me and
car
my family at the
in
channel.
Heartland,
Appreciate
America.
that.
So we're going to kick off the
Hyundai
talk show
accent.
on the question
Probably
and
beat
answer
the
session.
400Z in a race,
we
too.
received many questions on the Z Proto from all
Be
over
cheaper,
the world.
too.
From you, the fans.
Less expensive, that's a plus.
Questions about design, engineering, powertrain, sales time.
Oh, AT, thank you so much.
Many questions. And it's great to see. Hey, how you guys doing? So great to see so many of us, of you participating for this event. So, of course, we're not going to be able to answer all your questions, but we will do our best with the help of these 2 key people from the Z Proto team. Let me introduce you to Alfonso Albaisa, Senior Vice President of Global Design, and Hiroshi Tamura, Chief Product Specialist of the Z Proto.
Little golf clap.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car.
Thank you so much.
You guys must be so proud.
Yeah.
So, Alfonso, can you show us around? Tell us about the car.
Those look like
right off the
pajamas.
bat, I really want to thank the thousands of people joining us today.
Is that like a
all the
pajamas?
enthusiasts and love we've been feeling actually on social media.
It looks like pajamas. I can't deal.
So let me walk you around some of the big points that as a kid, that Adam mentioned 1970. I was a kid around 7 years old in Miami.
This is a
and
cringy
I saw
reveal.
this for the 240 for the first time, and that memory is so still in me that when we had the chance to make a new one, naturally this came out. So what?
Yeah,
are the
they've
things
showed
that were
less
so
of the car
important
than like
is
Adam
at a
Kroll.
glance,
Adam Kroll
we
has had
wanted
more
this
screen
long
time than the
bonnet
car.
and this Z type of low slung cabin silhouette, and one of the key points on that is that as you get up close to the car,
They do look like jammies. I know.
the
Yeah,
volumes,
totally.
The hood bulge and the fender must be higher than the trailing edge of the roof line, which you see here. And as soon as with engineering and our design
the
team,
trunk
we were
line?
able to capture that, right away we started to feel that yes, we have something here. And naturally, because our engineers, even in the beginning, were telling us, giving us hints about, how this,
He looks
this
like
car
Loki.
would really run. We wanted this low center of gravity. Luckily, the roof line gave us that, but then we introduced the katana sword, and also this lovely sculptural crease line that is also tapering down, which
Oh, look at that
allowed this
camera
car
view.
to feel like a cat that was ready to pounce. So we were really, really excited about these kind of steps that we made on the design. But moving forward on the car, let's talk about some of the things that were interesting in the development process, because of course, we have a love of the 240, but this is a
Katana sword.
open-bodied
Lexus
car
uses
with a lot of
katana sword
power.
styling
So yes, we
in
were
their
able
F
to
Sports.
introduce some of the,
So
reintroduce some
it's
of the
normal for
issues
the
like
Japanese
this iconic
automakers.
hood bulge is on the 240, but it has a very graceful forms around it, expressing the power and the silky power within. You cannot make a Z without the
Literally
scooped-out
looks
headlamp.
like this
And
emoji.
actually, we we thought about how to
I
make
like the
headlamp
headlights a lot.
feel like tomorrow, but
Very
also
unique.
invoke some memories. And what we took inspiration from the
Very
special
retro at the
version
same
that
time.
came out a couple of years later, where they put a clear lens on the 240.
I think
and
they
that actually
nailed
in
the angles, the
sunlight,
dimensions of the
reflections
car.
that around the
That
car
rectangle grille, though,
broke
is
the pure circle of the headlamp into two. And we
a
thought,
little much
this
for
is
me.
it. This is how we're going to do it. So we did ultra modern technology, but at the same time feeling like the 240. And to be inspired by the memories, the parting line, the hood, the cheekbones, all must create the grille. The grille is not an artificial element. It's the result of things that around it. So that's
His
the
shoes.
front. Let's take a walk around to the back.
I mean, he's got pajamas on. He can wear
So as I
whatever shoes he
mentioned,
wants,
the
right?
roof
He should
line,
be wearing
tapering
slippers.
back, and this
The slippers would look
cut-off
more at home
rear
than
end,
his
which is
suit.
very 240. But about 31 years ago, my first trip to Japan, I opened the studio door. I just joined Nissan,
John
and
Travolta.
300Z was a clay model in the studio. And actually, I wanted to go home and restart my life because that was so modern, I couldn't believe it. So naturally, some of these sensual, simple elements and this sense of high tech is very much 300. But in the Proto, we used the capsule element from 300. But of
I like
course,
the rear
it's
end
an
a lot.
edge-lit LED to give you this, again, this sense of tomorrow.
I know some of you don't
Why
like the
we
rear
step
end.
inside, because here is also an interesting twist.
I'm a sucker for it.
Zs have been about performance. Yes, they're beautiful, but they're wonderful
Do you
things
see-
to drive. So,
Do you see how
what
all
we did
the
here is that we took the
gauges are feeding
purposefulness of
straight to the
240
driver?
and
Big digital
wrapped
screen
it
here,
around the
another
body.
digital touch
so
screen
when
here.
you get into the Proto, you will feel the car is part of you. All the elements are right at your eye level. So as you're driving,
It looks
you can
pretty
keep your eyes
clean.
on the road. And we've introduced modern era things. We
looks
have a full
pretty clean.
digital meter. And of course, we have our information in the center. But everything is organized horizontally and has a purposeful beauty to it. So
Interesting.
these are some of the things that we'll have much more time to talk about a little later. But I cannot stop this kind of brief introduction without talking about the meaning of the color. Because
Yeah,
240
talk to us
had a
about
yellow,
this color.
my wonderful 300 had a yellow. But at the 30 years ago, the technologies with the paint really created a situation where the designers had to desaturate the yellow for the 300Z. Using modern technologies, we were able to add pearl and add these technologies of modern day and keep the yellow. So when you see this car go outside, this color comes to life in an amazing manner. So really happy to walk around this with you today. And I know we'll have
Digital
some
Speedo's
more
trash.
time
I don't
talk
know
in
what to think about the
detail,
Digital
but, I really
Speedo.
want to thank you
It's okay in a
for
crossover,
being
but having
lovers of Z and supporting us all the time.
physical
So,
tachometer
thanks a lot.
is
Thank
nice
you.
too.
Hey, Chris.
Great presentation. Thank you so much. It is really.
Chris was like in the back grabbing a drink, and he's like,
What do you
"I'm
think about
done."
your baby coming to life?
Yeah, actually, for this timing or this stage,
Oh,
I'm very
shit.
happy to join about for such a kind of a great time.
Those are not going to be stock wheels,
Z
future.
is,
Those
my life,
are not
our
stock
life.
wheels.
Right.
Nissan of the DNA. So important and so happy.
Right. Yeah. It's
No
amazing
gods, no
looking car.
masters. Thank you for the donation.
so,
a 10 spot. Nissan
let's
is
go
making
with
another
our,
POS. This
question,
car
our
won't
Q&A
add up
session.
to all the hype
First
Nissan
question will be from
will be broke
Z-Con.
soon.
Adam, I
GM
think you
will
have,
scoop them
the
up, and
question.
that will be the end of Nissan. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I have a
I
question
hope it makes it to
for
market.
Alfonso,
I hope it does.
Who, by the way, I hung out with at
Javier
Laguna
Duran,
Seca
$2.
a
Thank
couple
you so
years
much.
ago when I brought one of
Sorry, but it looks
Newman's,
better than the IS. Well,
GT Z cars over there.
that is a
I think
four-door
86,
luxury sedan. This is
year
a
86, he won the,
two-door
GT1
coupe sports
championship. So we
car.
hung out. He's all Z. So Alfonso,
Can't compare 'em.
my question is the reasoning
Nissan
for
bankrupt next year?
designing the Z Proto after the 240Z
I don't
and
think
the
so.
300ZX. What was the inspiration behind that?
You know, obviously the 240 has been in our lives, you know, almost our entire lives. And so it's always been natural, but I think we've been involved with the development of many Zs, including the 350.
Yeah,
where
Honda
there
did
was
just do a
actually
deal with
proposal
GM.
That was also a bit of an homage.
Thanks, Justin, for the
But
99
the
cent.
timing now,
Appreciate
I
that,
don't
brother.
know, that's the beauty of creating objects, that the context of today and the meaning of today really made us gravitate towards the beauty and the simplicity and the deep meaning of 240 for the company. So it was very natural, and every time we drew it in a modern context, it was very exciting for us. And then the 300, because it really represented an epic break in sports cars. And of course, from my personal experience, it was so humbling, I cannot tell you, when I saw the first clay model. So that when we had the chance to do this, Satoru Tai, who's the executive design director, and myself with our global teams, we're really wanting to see if we can capture tomorrow, but also trigger memories for all the people who love Z. So that's a bit the beginning, Adam. Thank you for that question.
They love to hear themselves talk.
Adam, does that answer your question?
It certainly does, and I have one more for Tamura-san, if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you share why it was important for you and the development team to ensure this Z had a manual transmission when other OEMs
Thank you, M Hits,
left
for the
it out?
$5. Appreciate it, brother.
Oh, it's a tough question, but just
Adam is drunk. He probably is.
must have a manual. The sports car driver loves manual transmission. And, manual transmission of changing the gear, synchronized to the car. My body is contact or connect to the car. My partner. That is very important for key elements of sports car. Then now, our Nissan also need to change the gear in the future, I think.
What?
So you're basically saying getting back to what it's all about. Driving a sports car.
Oh man, this is cringy.
Being
I'm
part-
cringing so hard. I'm gonna
being
go
part
grab
of
another
the
drink.
experience, being part of it. Right. Yeah.
In the studio, I can say that Tamura-san is very animated, talking about the dance partner, and that the manual really is a way to connect the machine to you, as he mentioned. And I think that really affected us in even shaping the interior design and making sure we take things away and sleek things out, so that experience of driving can be in the car.
But if I may be so bold,
Kirk
it is
looking
a
thick
bold
though.
move
You
in
guys.
2020 to
guys.
actually bring in a manual transmission, a 6-speed. Yeah, that's really getting back to the roots of things.
I think there's a few thousand people there that maybe
Right.
want that.
Right. What do you think? What do you think, Adam?
Listen, first off, I have not driven in a manual shift street car for a while, and I drove here. All my race cars are manual shift, but I drove a 370Z here, and I was a passenger in the car, and it was so much more visceral an experience. I think everyone thinks about driving the stick and, rev matching and all that kind of stuff. Be a passenger when someone is really driving a manual stick properly. It's a completely different experience to be a passenger in that car.
There's true. That's true. I would agree with Adam on that.
All my race cars are 5 speeds, some 4 speeds, and I love it.
Right. Fantastic. Okay, let's go on to the next question. We have a question from John. And we're having a little problem with connecting. So I'm going to basically...
Adam is just there for the check. Yeah, he's just promoting
John
them.
wants to know, you can see the evolution of Z cars over the past half a century.
I mean,
What makes
I'm
this
in a
car
sense
stand
promoting
out
this,
from
right? I
previous
have
models?
a couple hundred people in here,
both of you?
so
What do you want?
Wanna go?
technically I'm promoting Nissan right now.
Yeah, actually, for the Z, is like our DNA. So let's say somebody S30 or 300ZX of D30 is one of the motif, but the more, Z is the life. And actually for our lineup of the Z is eternity theme of the chase something.
Kirk's a poser.
Like a life is short.
I do like Z
But
cars,
how
always
to
have.
make your some emotional life. Z is one of the solution. It's a partner. That sometimes a sports car has changed.
Thanks,
the
Justin,
time,
with the 5 spot. Have
like,
you
0
seen
to
the
60,
in-person
some-
videos posted of the
something?
2021 IS
Attack,
350 F
attack.
Sport, one in white
It's
and one in
okay.
blue from the
But the
ATL
other
Auto Show?
entertainment.
I've seen a
Z
few
is a more
videos.
deep
I haven't seen it in person
inside
yet,
of the some life of the Focus.
and
car.
it looks really good.
Then
At least the
Nissan
outside does.
wants to show you about the Z for more connection for you.
Right. You want to add to that, Alfonso?
Sure, I think that, I think fundamentally when you think of being inspired by a 240 and a 300 is already a bit of a departure within the generations. So I think, and I hope everyone sees at a glance, that you feel that obviously the silhouette and many elements are a nod to 240, but at the same time it has the power and performance and many
Yeah, we haven't heard the cost. We're not going to know the
tomorrow. So
cost.
think
I don't
that,
even know if we're
in
going to know
essence, will
a
stand
release
out
time.
and really help complement.
It's like,
the
okay,
portfolio
we
of
don't
the
even know
family.
if there's an engine inside of
of
there.
Z cars,
Well,
so
there is because they drove it there.
that was
They
our
drove it
numbers.
there, so we do know
Right,
that.
I see. Okay.
But
yeah, it's again.
I don't know,
I guess it's
guys.
more than
I
just
don't know.
going fast. It's part of your lifestyle. It's something that I guess I wouldn't call it a friend, but yeah, a
The
friend,
interior
somebody
looks
that- a
finished,
partner in
though.
your-
The
in your
exterior
life,
looks
something-
finished.
somebody-
It's so close to
almost
production ready.
A person, almost.
I think
But
at the end of the day, a
no
sports
prices.
car is probably not a necessary.
Kirk would have
object
presented
for
this way
everyday
better.
life. So fundamentally, people buy.
It would have been more professional than Adam
because they love
Carolla,
and they're so close
but
to this
everyone would have been like, "Who's this guy?
experience,
Who's this
that,
random white
It
guy?"
already sets the tone and the mood much more amorous,
Right.
if I could use that word. And so everyone
SJ,
who
chill out.
joins
It's gonna be
Nissan
okay. It's gonna be okay.
wants to design a GTR and a Z car, and
Right.
that's how it is here
Absolutely.
in this family. That's how it is.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go on to our next question.
Stinger is better.
Our question
I
is
mean, you
from
can't compare.
Enver.
That's a four-door car.
Is Enver going to be? Is he going to be able to come online, or should I read his question? Okay, I'm going to read his question.
We don't know. We're not going to know the name of the new Z.
Okay, please show me the
This
question.
is- this is
the
very
240Z
sleepy at this
had
point.
a light and agile driver's platform. What was the design brief for the Z Proto, and have you achieved?
I told you it was going to be a lot about design talk.
Want to take that?
Yeah, of
Told
course
you
the
guys it was gonna
240
be about
is a
design and a
different
lack of
context,
details.
Except if you think about the cars relative to the 240 at that era, it was very modern. We of course
Never
think
use a
about it now
comedian
as
to
a
reveal a new car.
homage car.
Oh,
but,
maybe, yeah.
So it was breaking all the grounds. It was super lightweight, as the question asks.
It'll be at least
so-
400 horsepower.
And when we started hearing from our engineers, some of the characteristics
Stinger
that
will
they
be
are dreaming
discontinued
about,
Eventually.
it's
I don't
not
know why they
exactly
even have it, to be
240, but
honest.
it's, with the twin
Just
turbo, that's a
let
different
Genesis
type
do
of
all that work.
Power. And then we knew that, and we knew that some of the dynamics. So naturally, our designers start to play with center of gravity. We wanted to lower it. We wanted a very wide stance to reflect how the car is going to behave.
Right.
So I wouldn't say it's that the performance aspects.
All right, see you, JMB. Thanks for stopping out.
exactly, in the brief to be a 240.
And when
because
this
it's
is
a-
finished, I'll
it's a
talk to you
super
guys
modern
about my thoughts because I'm
experience
trying
when
to
folks get in.
balance
It's gonna be
listening and reading the
thrilling.
chat.
And,
But-
Once they're
but
done, I'll hang out with you
thank
guys and
for
talk
acknowledging-
to you more
yeah,
about it.
Knowledge about for 240Z is nice elements, but I think about for all of the contents, which not only 240Z. By the way, I had a 240ZG over fender or nice long nose. That is so exciting design. But for 300ZX or even the current model of 34, the shape, silhouette, all of the elements, all of the DNA, we install. That's, I believe, about for.
Where's the sketch
don't
monkey
think
when
about
you need
only
him?
240Z. All
Tyler
of the
Dorsey, thank you
babies
for the 5
are
spot. Can't
Nissan
wait to drive
DNA.
this in GTA 5. It's probably in GTA 5
This
already.
baby encompasses
Someone's made a
all the
mod already of it.
processes.
Right.
Especially because we're drawing more on memory than specifics. So when you think about a memory, there's always a
TM, thanks for the 5
and
spot as well.
depending on-
Singer's a top
on
seller in
origin,
Canada.
I
Oh,
guess
well, I know they have an
there's,
all-wheel
certain
drive, right?
details are lost, and it helps
It
us as
won't be
designers,
discontinued
because if
car
you
car of the
specifically
year.
want us to touch
I
design
hope it's not discontinued.
from
I think it's something
generations,
fresh,
it
is
can
exciting.
become
And
a bit of a mix of things.
I hope they
but,
don't
The
discontinue.
team
But I wouldn't be surprised if
was
they
really
do, so they can
inspired by
focus
this
on.
idea that
not
just think
taking
about
cells from
feelings
the
and
Genesis.
things, iconography of the eras and stuff like that, and then bring in. That
Singer's the
allowed
best
us
bang for your
to-
bucks. Hard on.
To think
I mean,
about the feeling at the
you
first
say
time I saw
Genesis
the
is your best
350
bang for your buck
on
too.
the road, you know, we
on the
designed
luxury
it
end, so
as
it's hard
clay,
to
but
argue.
when you see it real.
Right.
The crypto says
Right,
Kia is
and,
dumb.
And that sense of low center
No,
of
they
gravity
can't tell us the
and that
price.
everything's
They can't
centered
tell us the price.
and
This
the
car
balance
is
of tires
2
and-
years away. That's
Well,
my
there's
guess.
even a little bit of that.
They can't
Right.
tell us the
It's not
price on a
specific,
car that's
but
2 years
it's in
away.
Right. But you really did have a very rich palette to work from.
Yeah.
Right.
Presentation is like geriatrics.
Okay,
remember
I think
when they were
we're
cool
back
in the
online.
70s?
Let's get back to our group of Z fans. This question comes from Adam. Adam, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you
Hey,
for
Adam.
having me.
He's got a
My
Z shirt.
question stems from the design and development portion. I'm hoping that you can share with me one of your most interesting stories you had during the design of this vehicle, because it is truly a beautiful piece of art. Thank you.
Okay. You want to take that on, Fonseca?
Sure. I mean, there's a few, to be honest. And Tamura-san mentioned the G, the one that he
I do
had,
think
but we
it's 2
have
years away. This
obviously-
is just.
We have the Zama.
This is
collection of
marketing for
cars,
them.
which,
This is all this
we have
is,
so many
guys.
collection of
Is this
cars
car's real?
which,
It's gonna happen. I'm
we
excited
have
for
so
it. It's
many
gonna be a great
great
performer.
cars,
This
there,
is marketing
and,
for
we were
Nissan.
bringing some
Nissan's
of
trying
those
to do
in, and when we
everything they
brought
can
the G
to bring attention to the
in,
brand to sell cars.
That was one of
They can't sell this
breakthrough
cars not out.
moments,
So
because
the
it,
people get invited,
that covered lens
excited about it. It's like thinking
over
about
that
Nissan.
longer
Nissan. It's all
nose
about getting the
really
Nissan
made
name
us
out there.
feel like, you know,
So
we
they can
could
sell more
probably
Rogues.
push this thing a little
More
bit
Ultimas,
and
more
get that sharp
Sentras.
nose and this sense
More
of the
Muranos.
continuity of
Those
the
are the
body
volume
and the hood
sellers.
to the front. And so this was a true story, a breakthrough for us conceptually. And you know, also when we
Oh, they
started
paid them
talking
to
about
ask that question. I was thinking the
edge
same
lighting and
thing
how
when
do
you asked
we
that. It's like
think about
they
the feeling we
preempt.
had when we saw that
Like this is all
beautiful,
structured. Like
polished,
this Adam guy,
simple
he had that
300Z that looked
question
more like
already
a river
lined
stone,
up.
so wonderful.
fit so they
and
can
how can
answer
we bring
it.
some of that sensuality
This
and
isn't like
performance
I don't know if you
into-
guys
to
are
the Z, which
fans of video
Tamura-san
games,
had
like a
been really
BlizzCon
talking about from
a few
day
years
one,
back when
that he wanted to
Blizzard
express
announced
a greater
that they're
sense of
making a
sensuality in the Z.
mobile
Even though the
Diablo
power,
game, and they're asking
gonna
people in the
be,
like no one was
impressive.
everyone's like this is a
So,
freaking joke.
These are all
They asked a guy in
maybe not
the
answering
crowd, and he's like,
specifically,
"Is this a
but even
joke?"
the
Like
the
no one
Katana
asked for a
sword
mobile
was,
game.
I feel this was one of those
So
things
this
that
is
the day
all
before it wasn't
scripted.
there, and
They're
we
not
were
going to pick
happy.
someone randomly so they can be
And when
like,
the designer
"Hey,
put
what's the
that on,
price?
it was,
What's the
"Holy,
horsepower?
hold on,
When's it
what is
coming?"
that?" And
Those are the questions
because
we want.
what it did to the car
This is all scripted.
was impressive. Really settled the rear down, and really celebrated the beautiful silhouette. And things were becoming complete.
Right.
So,
Is this some type of out of
really
season April
hoping I
Fool's joke?
answered
Yes.
your-
You know what I'm talking
You
about.
just mentioned katana.
You know what I'm
was
talking
the
about,
katana
champagne.
Actually, a motif that you guys kind of had in mind, or did it just come?
Inverse Diablo.
Japanese
Speaking of
wine
Diablo, he's like, I
sometimes.
remember that at the
You know.
event. The event, yeah.
The Z is the main region.
I
Actually,
will
we
have
know that
breaking news on the
for the
MDX
States.
sometime this
for
year.
The
That's
USA
all I can
is
say.
major 1.3 million. Actually, we sold out 1.8 million for global.
That's all I
Right.
can say.
But the USA market
The
is,
biggest.
yeah, our
Right.
main customers.
Right.
I don't want to say the other customer is not so important, but important region is sometimes
Can
USA
you tell
market,
us
and
any news
sometimes
about the
our
MDX?
DNA
Sorry.
of
That's all I can say.
Japanese root. That's we need to install.
MDX
That's the
information will
origin
be coming
of
to you.
the
I will
Venus
break
or
it to
something
you.
like that of katana is one of the motif. It's
Right.
not, do not thinking about for some weapon or something, or beauty, or some
Yeah, don't you guys have phones?
elegant.
That's an
or
inside
this
joke
kind of,
from that
how can I
BlizzCon
say,
event.
design
Don't
element
you guys have
is so
phones?
important
Don't you
and
want to play
good
Diablo on your
came from
phones? And
Japan.
nobody asks for it.
But
I'm
then,
a
it
big
also serves a
Diablo
purpose
fan.
rather than just
I've
actually
played
being,
thousands of hours of
something
Diablo.
pretty to look at.
Thousands.
It definitely does have a role to play in the design.
I know
a
what
very
you're-
strong role.
I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
for,
about.
For us, it was one of those things that we didn't, the design process, as you know, is maybe very stressful for Tamura-san, who's responsible for everything.
The window is
Because
tiny for
the
safety
designer will
reasons.
have an idea that didn't exist the day before.
African, yeah, you can take
I
the Veloster
completely
in and save a
agree
lot of
with
money.
Tamura-san. We are a completely international car company. We have 8 studios all around the world. Everyone was having a good time with this.
Oh, they're not
project.
stupid. I bet a lot of these
One
guys are
the
way smarter
defining
than
aspects of
most
our
of us.
Internationalism is that we were born here, and there are some gestures and some movements that define our designs, and it's sometimes a celebration of an element that's
Nissan
Japanese
sports cars are the
or
only good-looking
international or
Nissans.
European, but this is the beauty of
Can't argue
working
that.
on projects with our company. Is
No, they
that
haven't said
we have
anything
a
about
lot of
power other than a
voices
twin
and the
turbo V6. It was
inspiration
like
completely spiral.
20
We're
seconds when they
feeding
talked
off
about the
each other.
powertrain.
So some of these things, like
What do you think
the
cars
Katana
will be
really-
when it's closer to competition?
For me, it helps so much.
I have no
the
idea.
design because it, again,
I don't know what its
lowered center of
competitors
gravity,
will be.
Also plays against this character line, which is an anti-wedge character line, which didn't exist on any Z, but somehow feels very natural.
Man,
these
they're
things,
putting us to
they're
sleep,
quite
guys.
Right.
That's why I'm talking a lot more because
Well, I think that answered your question,
Right.
Adam. Now let's
once
go
they
to
did this sit
Lourdes.
down, we
Lourdes,
haven't
are you
learned
there?
anything. Okay.
Hi, yes, I'm here. Good
Okay.
morning.
Okay.
Hi, Lourdes.
Hi. My question is, how does Nissan find the balance
She's
between the
reading.
well-known heritage of the Z and the innovation that must express
See?
within this new generation?
More completely subjective questions.
Oh, good.
Lourdes,
Yeah, actually, for
I feel like that's the same question. I feel like
Mirage
they've
is sometimes
answered this
looks like
question like
old-fashioned.
10 times already.
but for it's not old.
It's just me?
Like a newest,
You see both, I have both hands up.
and something
me?
like a long while of the your
I feel like this is the same question over and over and over. It's all about design
and of course
Wow.
technology.
these
must
aren't real
have
questions. Yeah,
the
she's
nuance,
reading. She's
nuance.
reading.
Some powerful performance or handling.
No one asks these
job,
kinds of questions.
All of the sports car must
Guys.
have or Z.
See
also
a
must
Sykes
have.
Pop. Thanks for stopping
That's
out.
paradox, but something
Oh,
like
gosh.
homage, which came from our root or heritage.
What a beautiful,
into the
well
cover
thought
for
out,
new
non-rehearsed
technology,
question.
Or underneath is our technology.
Guys,
That is very important. Even Nissan
Guys.
DNA. All of our products is installed such a kind of DNA or technology or philosophy.
don't say DNA.
As designers,
Keyword
of course,
DNA.
we're not pure artists
Oh.
in a sense, but there are some aspects of the life that we have. The value that we bring to a company is that some of the feelings we have.
This is how
about
you kill
the
your brand.
context of our company and society. We allow those to spill out in our drawings and in our work. And I think that something Uchida-san had been saying so strong.
Kirk, let's give Nissan a
is
chance.
He really wants Nissan to find its greater purpose.
They're spoiling their
Or
chance.
meaning.
They're on the stage
And
right
this
now.
kind of discussion
Less
is
and less
happening as
people
we're
are
designing the
watching.
Z.
So I see
And
33
of course,
people,
a greater
33,000
purpose
people
doesn't
on
have-
this
it's not
live
relative
stream.
to time.
I had
But sometimes
the
when
most
you're
I had of
thinking
this
about
stream
it,
was like
there is a
1,500 or
little bit
something.
about that,
I'm down to
about
like half of
where we
that.
have been and where
People
our
are
dream.
already
So
dipping out
the
because
question
they're
is a
not
great
giving us
one.
information.
The answer
They're
is
just
that it was
talking
quite
about
natural. It has to do with the
subjective
context
things
of our
about
company and
the
dreams of
company
tomorrow and
vision.
the feelings that we had.
like this is
and to
they're-
express
I
the
mean, this is all
innovation.
just
The
like
Z
blah,
was a monstrous innovation. If
No
you
one
think
ha-
about 1969,
no one has ever
forget
talked
about
so
the
much and said so
1969
little.
is
That's what I
launch.
feel like
Let's
this
think
is.
about when the designers and engineers were creating the Z, which was 2 or 3 years before.
All talk.
That to have an authentic
And
sports
no-
car, you really had to get
It's
the
like
European
it's
car.
like a
Very
bag of
expensive.
potato chips.
And this is not
A lot of
part
calories,
Japanese
not a
society.
lot of
And,
nutrition.
so the 240 was beautiful and it drove great, but it couldn't
But at
be
least
in the
potato chips
driveway
taste
of
good. Like
almost
this is
everyone.
like getting
And,
this is getting,
there's nothing more innovative
cringe,
than this
like,
kind of cultural
see a JL.
revolution.
And if you guys want to bust out of here, I
that the
totally
Z
understand. Just hit
was
that
one
like
of the
button before you leave. I
pioneers
appreciate
to
that.
bring, authentic
This video is like the new
sports
IS video. The new
driving
IS video was better.
to everyone.
100% better.
I think that's some of it. And of course, our engineers are tireless, so they were bringing
It wasn't
innovation
good
all over the place.
because we were disappointed by it.
Actually, this project started from 2017 March. I believe about
Oh,
for.
There's information
I
there.
asked to him, Alonso-san,
This
please,
started in
please
March of 2017.
make for us about for such a kind of some.
And that was
indication.
So
Hint
here we
for the
are
sports
3
car,
years
which
later.
means, of course, next Z. And
Aren't
he
most
said, "Of
most
course, why
developments
not?"
5 years long? I could be wrong.
To be honest, many
5 years
arguments
long.
would happen
Guys,
sometimes.
see my hand now.
But
5 years.
we did that.
So 2 years from
Because
now, that's
Nissan-
3 years ago.
Nissan DNA
2 years from
says
now
we
should be
have to
coming,
do
right? 5 years of
for the
development.
audience, for the customers.
Stealth, see you,
And I
man.
think
Thanks for coming out.
He is being a little bit not descriptive. I hear a knock on my door. The door opens just a little bit. His smiling face. Pancho, can I bother you? and he tells this thing, and I was like a bit shocked. But of course, oh my God.
TM,
this
thanks
is
for
a dream come true
the
for,
$2 bill.
for anyone.
Toyota Supra is
So,
looking real
yeah, we
thick
jumped
right now.
away and we sent the
Yeah,
program globally.
isn't that crazy?
And we started
At the
receiving all
beginning
these
of this,
ideas, and we started mapping out
When they
okay, where
unveiled
should
the
we go
car,
with
the
this?
design, and I still think it looks better than the Supra. But
it's,
the longer
great
this
to
draws
hear
in
how,
on
you know,
in
really
this stream,
establishment
and the less
professionals
information
turning
we
back
get,
into little
like
boys, you know, to create
This is
something
nothing.
that's
This
really
is
fun.
nothing
And that-
here.
And I get that enthusiasm, you know, the adrenaline.
There's just
Only
nothing
his
here.
head
Talking about.
was visible. The body was behind the door. It was like, I'll never forget it.
Right. Okay. All right, Lords. I hope that answered your question. Now we
Oh,
have.
they just
Chris
finally
Carl at
answered
ZCon.
Lords.
Chris. Are you there? Okay, Adam.
This reveal is
is,
killing
Chris with you?
Nissan. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like,
Good evening.
is it not even track ready? They drove it
Hello,
around the
Tamura-san,
pavilion. They haven't even
Alfonso
shown.
out there.
This is a
Good
race
to
car,
see you
guys. They didn't
again.
even show
How are you
it.
guys doing out here tonight at ZCon
Like,
2020 out in the field?
Do a 0 to 60 on it versus a 370Z. You know how exciting? Guys,
Adam,
how many people would get excited
thanks for
about
joining us.
this prototype
right
racing a
on time.
370Z and a 0 to 60 or a quarter mile? Like, and don't reveal the times. That's fine. But or just
Absolutely, and if I could, I
a
think I
quarter
have a
mile
question
every
for the
single
guys
Z
over
car.
there, Jim,
Every
in,
single Z car,
Japan.
quarter mile it.
Alfonso, I
Their
don't know if you
marketing's
know this,
shite.
but I bumped into Tamura-san.
Know how
more than
excited
once,
people would
so this
get
question
if you
is
did
aimed
that?
More for you. The Z-Car community out here, all these great people that are honking and flashing their lights and enjoying the Z-Con week.
That'd get millions of
anticipating
views
a
of them
beautiful
drag
new
racing
Z-Car
every single
for
generation
quite
of
some
Z
time.
car.
There's a huge appetite for it.
Millions.
And I'm going to ask.
And here they are
for your
talking
opinion,
over and over
what do you
about
think,
nothing.
Out of everything that you've done with Proto Z, what are the elements of this new Z that you believe will most excite those enthusiasts out here enjoying this launch
Great
event
design,
and will enjoy the new
Not a
car?
good presentation.
Oh,
It is
thanks
on
for
a turntable, and it's
yeah.
never the car hasn't
But
spun at all.
vicariously. You want
So-
to jump in, sir?
Yeah, sorry. Carl-san, Chris-san, can you hear me or can you see my face?
Yeah, he can hear
long time
you.
to not see you.
Long time to no see you.
So, yeah,
That means
honored to, you
that's
know,
what he
for,
means. There's a delay.
the Christianity from you. And I think about Christian is the head
show
of
us
the
car,
Z
leave-
Owners Club, by the way.
Leave these
And,
all to car reviews.
To be honest, we
It did spin.
talk
It
with
did spin.
him or
I didn't see
his
it.
society how
Car spun
we
once,
can make
okay.
a next generation Z. Of course, like not solution or not like how can I say for engine displacement, more future some excitement.
They have to pull it just
Like,
one more thing to
how
save this presentation
Nissan
like a cliffhanger,
survive about
like a
for
juicy
such
piece
a
of
kind
memory.
of
This has already
difficult
gone on, guys,
and simple.
for about 50
Show me
minutes.
about new one. And I said, okay.
Yes.
Then I started to jump in the Alfonso's office, and Alfonso said, just a yes. And now here it is. The
If it
elements.
spins, he's
No,
going to
sorry,
fall
no.
because the chair is halfway
Completely
on it.
for design.
Mike, thanks for stopping out. Thanks.
Again,
Have a
it's
good night.
simplifying.
I don't expect
Again,
you guys to
knock,
be
knock,
here
knock,
the whole
head
duration.
comes. This time the hand came out, and he
Go get some
like
sleep.
this. I thought it was for money.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna stay
actually, he was
after this
asking for
reveal. I'll
drawings,
talk a little bit longer with
Chris,
you guys. I think
yes, I
we
was
may have had
aware,
more
and,
fun with the
we
Tucson
were-
reveal
he
last
was
night on
very
that.
helpful,
But
at least to get a sense from the Z community of some of the early thoughts, and I think we've reacted and also evolved many, many elements. So I think to your direct question, I think people will find it
killed the hype on
arresting,
this car.
the first glance of the car. Because even myself, when I see it driving,
Curtis,
because I have
see it,
been
man. Thank
seeing
you
it
so
as
much
a
for stopping
clay
by.
model, which
Like you
doesn't
said, all
move
calories,
at
no
all.
nutrients.
And to see it moving and then to see our dream of triggering memories actually happen.
Yeah, we didn't
It's
we
a
didn't
bit
see a
super humbling.
they
first of
unveil
all,
a sports
but
car
it's even shocking for people who have
and
their
don't
hands
reveal
all
any of the
over it.
numbers.
And I think that's probably
and
why
don't
we are always
show
going
it
to
performing.
be creating cars. Is that
There's no
this
performing
feeling,
car
and so
here.
a simple answer,
For
I
all
think
we know,
the
there could be
proportion
like
and
a
silhouette,
4-cylinder inside that just
will
creeping it
people will
along in the
react
Nissan
differently,
Pavilion.
But they will react.
So when
We don't
you
know what's
came
under
up
the
with
hood.
the clay model, it was like epiphany. It was just like, boom, this is it. Did you guys all like, man?
Supposedly it's a twin
This
turbo
is
V6
the
from the
design.
Q60.
Yeah, you know, to be
Just
honest,
Tesla
the
swap it.
first time I
Now-
saw data, because you know, in our company,
I might talk about
we're blessed,
electrification of this because there are
with all
rumors.
the
So I'll talk
modern
about that
technologies.
afterwards.
In my office, I have full VR, and I don't even need to get up anymore. That's why there's some weight gain. But
We all do.
the first time I put the goggles on, and with Tyson,
Did I get a new
and we saw
webcam?
this-
Looks crisp? No.
This car, the rear fender. I think when
This is
people
this
see
is
it
the
in
camera
person,
I use for my
this beautiful
streams.
stance of this sensual
It's different than the camera I
muscularity
use for my
was
my
so
videos.
visible,
So.
and I think that these are the things that will
Power wheels underneath.
will-
Yeah.
people will react as we reacted when the first time we saw data. And then when you see clay model, you then start enhancing and
Imagine
making,
the
okay,
BQ
a
in the
little more,
middle.
He's a little more. His nickname is a little more. Because a
They
little
could have
more
just
fender, a little
taken
more
off the
this,
bat. It could be a
and,
370Z underneath.
most
They just took off the body
squishy,
panels, put on different body
and,
panels, changed the
very,
interior. No, it's
great-
a different car.
Great
but
experience. So I think that this is some of the things that
it does look like a Jaguar in
Thank you
some
very much.
angles. Yeah.
We have another question.
Another question, guys.
From our
Let's
online
keep going.
viewer.
Let's keep
I
going.
guess we're having, I guess some, again, we can't connect. Okay.
Oh, we
so
can't
I
connect.
I should read
Can't
this
connect
question.
him.
Okay,
Oh,
this
he's
is a
gonna read
question
it.
from Lib. Why do you think the Z is such a sports car icon?
Okay, great. Another,
Yeah, actually,
because it's been around for
We
50 plus years.
didn't make icon. You made it. So this customer, our Z drivers, all this kind of energy
So
made
scripted.
an icon. That's very important for our energy. So
This
Nissan
is still the
basically
rehearsal.
is made
Bro,
by
these streams are
customer's energy.
pre-recorded. How many renditions
That's
do you
why
think they did?
icon, thank you for acknowledge again.
It's probably like the
But
fourth
you made
one
it.
they've done.
Are you talking to the just the emotional aspect, or are we talking about some feedback?
Yeah, of course, many feedback or many,
Many
how can I say,
feedback.
pressure came from. Yeah. But this pressure is so
It's a
nice
6-speed
energy for
manual.
even
We
for
don't know
you
the
or for
automatic
team.
option yet.
Everybody is enjoying about for this pressure, nice pressure. Because our audience or our
Epithium,
customers
I'm buying a
so
Prius and
lovely
never looking
Nissan
back.
lovers.
Hey,
So I'm very happy to get this kind of pressure.
doesn't it evoke the same
I
emotions?
think at the end
But
of the day, it's
terms of
undeniable
practicality, you
that
can't make a
because
better
of
choice
6
there.
generations and 50 years, and these cars have
Leo,
gone to
make
every
some
corner
nachos and tacos.
of
That
the
sounds
world.
delicious.
Down New Zealand, Australia, up
No
England,
question.
and all
No
around
questions about objective
the
data,
world,
right?
South
It's all
Asia, they're
subjective.
everywhere, and I think it's because of the mix of this iconography of Z, which was a car
Watch
that
it be front-wheel
everyone
drive.
can enjoy.
They
and
wouldn't
be
troll us that
impressed.
hard.
So as a result, many people
Jorge,
enjoyed
5-spot. Thank you so
the
much. Wouldn't it be
experience,
great
and
if
it's a
Carlos goes and
blend of this
deservedly
performance,
started heckling
this
them?
arresting beauty, and so I think
Carlos,
it's the
someone should make an
combination. This is something
alternate
that we
account,
always
get in
discuss,
in the
especially
Nissan
'cause,
chat,
we
said
have a
Carlos
GTR
goes in
in our
and just
family.
troll them.
So there is a difference. Almost
It
to the point of
would be
cultural
so
difference
funny.
in our culture
Oh
between
gosh.
a GTR and a Z, and we share this.
I'm
we
surprised
talk
there's no one
about
on my
this,
channel that has an
because
alternate
when we
Carlos
start a
goes
new
in
one,
account.
you need to make sure that
Oh
you
my
inform
gosh.
your intuition as you leap forward. So this stuff is is great.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Lib, I hope that answered your question. Do we have another question from our viewers? Okay, we have our last question now.
Last question. And now we're in. We're in.
Okay, this is.
Okay.
Okay, let me read the question.
Okay.
With
Let
it
me read
being
it.
so long
Can't
between
connect.
Z models, how important is it to Nissan that you engage the Z enthusiasts?
What?
That's an unannounced question out of nowhere.
Right.
Want to take that, Tamura-san?
Yeah, actually, for it's one of the reminder, but I said, or we said,
It's
the
gone,
conceptual
not goes in. It's
point.
gone. You say Sykes-a-Pop is still here.
Zenith.
Carlos
for
gone is supposed to be Carlos
So
gone
This kind of
instead of G. Goes in
fundamental access
is
from
pronounced
us,
gone.
Some
Goes in's more fun to
Nissan
more fun to
wants
say though,
show
right?
About for our philosophy, we have
These questions
some
like
area, but even we have
it's
Z.
gone.
These
Carlos
kind of-
gone.
A to Z.
Yeah, that is
Those French-
for
Frenchies.
important point for the access or approaching from Nissan. I think.
Yeah, I think people should
Manual
not
CVT.
underestimate social media. To design a car in this era
Carlos
is
gone. Jeff Lee, thanks so
is
much for
wonderful.
stopping
we
out,
have a lot
brother.
of technology, so when we make a car,
It's like the
we
same
are
question over and over.
lifted by
Yeah.
technology,
For an
but
hour.
also the voices that reach us. Where maybe 20 years ago,
Carlos is
you
gone.
were designing in isolation, or
You
you
got
did
me there.
some product planning,
Mark
does a
got me
survey,
there.
But we are getting information all the time, and especially with the Z.
How
the
has
Z
that joke never
enthusiasts
hit me
are
before?
Constantly feeding us with information, opinions,
Oh gosh.
some criticisms, and
Which is always good.
and it helps us
Yeah.
because I'd like to paint a picture of what our life
Victor
is
Hugo,
like. So
no
Design
one
Center
has any issues
is
with
around
the things you
500
just said.
people,
Twin turbo V6,
and
6-speed
right
manual,
next to
amazing
us,
design.
there's
I
a
agree with all those
big
things.
Building, 9
The
floors
problem
high,
is they made
full
an
of
hour-long live
engineers. And there's a
stream,
bridge
and
connecting
you
us,
just
and
summed
all
up
day
the
long, teams of
entire
engineers are coming
juicy,
into
the
Design
only
Center,
the only
and we're
information we
talking
care about,
everything. So
or
when you
the
see A
only
to
good
Z,
information we got from this 1
in
hour
our
long
company,
live stream,
that
you summed it up
means
in
we
like
are all doing
30
so every
words.
engineer and the
That's the
philosophies
problem.
of the engineers for Aria are in Z.
Right.
There is not a separation.
Are they
This
wasting
is
our
a
time?
culture of creativity and innovation. So naturally,
I'm having a hell of a time
it's
hanging
a
out with you
DNA
guys.
of our company.
Hell of a time. So they're not
This is
wasting our
a,
time.
Let's say.
So they're bringing us
super
together for this
diversified.
live stream. I'll just say
And
that.
you know, culture meaning sometimes the
Gone to
destination,
Lebanon, right?
But the other hand to say for
We don't know
R&D
much power.
or
400
designer
horsepower
or product
is my
planning,
take because it's the
also we
same
have
engine
each
as a
own
Q60
But among
Red
them,
Sport.
and make about for nice meals. And that is not nice.
Thank you,
meals.
Victor,
Best
for
of the
seeing
best,
like why
you
we're
know,
like
product.
a little flustered
is
from
the-
that.
for
But
some
like you're
Z.
spot on about the things to be excited about.
But
Absolutely.
can you say that? This is a
Does need
question for
T-tops?
me.
I agree.
Because of social media, this is maybe a car that
Are they high?
incorporated a lot of the feedback
I don't know.
from the fans, from the Z fans. Do you think that's the right assessment?
Well, I think it confirmed because obviously social media didn't know we were starting when
Right.
we were starting.
Yeah.
But
Higher
I think
farts.
it was almost up to a bizarre level
Right.
because really the Z enthusiasts are of every age,
Comments are
every
better than the stream. Yeah.
generation.
I mean,
And you have
typically they
some
are.
kids
You know how many people
who
watch
were
the whole
born
video, but they scroll
way
down to the I
after,
scroll down to the
the
comments
240.
almost immediately on
who are
most of the
speaking
videos I
about
watch
the
on YouTube.
240 suddenly
This
as
is
if
like
it's
comments
the-
or like a
their
stream of comments over and
absolute,
over.
I must have this car. I love this car.
Yeah.
Carlos
And,
Ghosn is
I
Mafia.
don't think 20 years ago that was necessarily exactly the case. It was always
Motor
some
Trend
of that.
verified it's called the 400Z.
But, and this kind of
Why can't they say
it
that
made
in
us
this
more
hour-long
buoyant. It
live
filled us
stream?
with
That
oxygen
took
because yes. So
how
some
many
of the
seconds did that
feelings
take? That
we
took
are
3
having,
seconds to say, oh, it's called the
these are
400Z.
echoed, and it
Actually, that was
doesn't
like 1
matter
second.
The age of the person.
Right.
People love the Z. And
Well,
Goodness.
here's the latest evolution. We're kind of running out of time. I'd like to ask
Did you just
more,
cut him off?
questions,
Did he
but,
just?
thanks
Did I hear
to,
that?
all
Did
the
you just
people
cut
that
him off?
participated in this event. Thanks for the amazing questions, and thank you, Alfonso, and thank you, Tamina-san, for your insights to the.
See how he's
Nissan,
rushing?
Z
Because
Proto.
it's an hour
this
in,
wraps up
8:29.
our Z Proto Digital Unveil. We hope you had a great time as much as we had. From all of us here in Yokohama, thank you to the fans at ZCon and around the world for joining with us. Thank you very much. For more details on the car in the coming months, please visit the NissanNext.com. Let's keep the legacy of Z alive. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
All that hype. I told you guys. I told you guys before the stream started, curb your expectations. They're not going to reveal release date. They're not going to reveal the name of the car. They're not going to reveal powertrain options exactly. They're not going to reveal packaging. They revealed one color. We don't even know if that color will make it to production. They talked a whole lot about the heritage and pretty much the same question over and over for about 40 minutes. We got one sneak peek of the interior of a scripted computer revving the digital tachometer. So the last Nissan unveil that I covered was the Nissan Aria, and there's way more information there's way more information. Here we go. Because that car is far more production ready than that car that we just looked at. The Z is probably 2 years out. So there's a lot of unknowns. And that everything on that car is subject to change. I think the exterior is pretty close to being nailed down. Hopefully they change that front grille, in my opinion. The interior, like I said, we got a good look at it, but we didn't get a lot of time with that to study it. And I'm sure they have press materials. Like, here we go. I'm going to go to the Nissan page right now. And then I'll share maybe some other pictures that we can dive into. And some better images. They already gave us center screen. They're already giving us, let me make this bigger. No. Hold on. Look at this. Why didn't they show this on the road during the live stream? I know this is just like a loop of this car running around, but I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any other videos. I'm going to download this video. I'll share it with you guys. I'll stream it to you right now. And maybe we can get some information on it. Or I guess some more takes on the better looks of it driving. So this is the video that they have for download on their website. And it does look a lot different in the sunlight. Like that yellow washes away a little bit. Dozen rice balls in the house. Kirk, you're almost at 65K. Thanks, brother. Remember turning into your streams when you were less than 10K. Yeah, we've come a long ways. Thanks for your support, man. Captain Kirk, thank you. Thank you for that. It looks like a damn fish. I would drive the hell out of that fish, though. I think it looks good. Do we got any more B-roll? Yeah. How much more of this video do we got? Oh, we got 2 more minutes of this video. I'm just going to play this. They didn't play any of this. They didn't play any. All they played of this car moving was in the Nissan Pavilion. That live stream could have been done so much better. Just play some B-roll of this thing driving around. Instead, they showed the close-ups of the designers. And we're not here for the designers. We're here for their product. And we saw very little of their product, right? We hardly saw anything of the car. It just sat there in the background as like an ornamentation. Like, they talked more about the heritage, more about the development, but it was a bunch of nothing. It was a bunch of fluff. Fluff is probably the best word. Fluff. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 1,000K subs. That would be 1 million subscribers one day. Let's get to 100,000 first. How about that? But yeah, they didn't show any of this footage during that live stream. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You're here to debut a product, and they debuted a bunch of non-interesting guys talking about a car answering scripted questions. Oh, it's a good looking car. I like the looks of it over the Supra. It has a manual. I would take this. Ooh, in 1977. Okay. Oh, they're just showing the old car driving around. Okay, that's fine too. Why does the grill look so? Yeah, they screwed up on the grill. 100% agree. The grill looks like a shocked emoji. Yep. It was not a good presentation. They hyped it up so much. Look at that square. It's just the car on the right is more beautiful from that angle. Was it not? The old what is this? Are we looking at a 280Z? 240Z? I'm not a Z expert, so don't pin me to the wall. End of B-roll. Okay. All right. What do we have for photos? All these photos. I mean, the car looks good besides this grill, man. Like, Lexus gets a lot of bad rap for the grill, but that, like, you see this kind of long oval. That's the same design they have here on these taillights. So they're trying to keep the continuity there. They don't need to have this long oval. But it does break up the big rectangle. I keep saying square. It's squared off. See, they have Fairlady Z. I don't even know. I don't remember them even showing Fairlady Z on the trunk. I just saw that detail. Interior. Okay. Guys, we need to talk about this real quick. Again, this is prototype. I need to download a higher resolution of that because I can't see crap. Here we go. Oh, we can zoom in on for you guys. So there's different driving modes. No surprise there. You can see the boost gauge. Didn't see that in the freaking presentation because they wouldn't show us anything. Does have radar cruise control. This is the pacing for the radar cruise control here. Let's see here. This all looks fine and dandy. Not touchscreen, that's par for the course. Steering wheel looks good. Listen up, Nissan. Or listen up, Mazda. That's how a handbrake is supposed to be. MX-5, it's on this side and it goes out this way. This is how it's supposed to be. What is this back here? You see the gating? It has like the gate back here. As well as on top of the shifter where it normally is. But it looks like they have an additional gate there. Z there behind it. The seats look okay. Look pretty sporty. Heavily bolstered for sure. Look alright. Boost gauges. So what do we have here? Okay, another turbo gauge. So this must be customizable here. Wait, there's two different... Oh, the boost gauges for the different turbos. So, because it's twin turbo, right? And this is the battery volts. Huh. So two different boost gauges for each individual turbo. That's kind of cool. Hopefully that makes it to production. You see down here, airbag, traction control on or off, parking brake, heated steering wheel. There you go. Heated steering wheel is going to make it. Okay. Any other pictures? Manual seats. Manual seats. Help save weight, I guess. and how many people are going to be driving in your Z. So once it's set, I have no issue with that. No issue with that. What was that gate button? We don't have any. I can't, because this blocks off that gating button. If you guys know what that is, you may have already told me. I haven't been looking at the chat because I'm just telling you what my thoughts are of the interior, which I'm okay with. Interior is fine. Yeah, would I've liked analog gauges? Of course I want analog gauges, but we'll see how well it's executed in that digital. The back gate is a button for auto rev match. Oh, thank you. Rev match button. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sorry. Guys, I didn't read the comments the whole time I was dissecting that video or that image, so. Corolla GRMN is looking better at this point. Yeah, I would take a Corolla over this. The Corolla, if it can come out, if the GR Corolla comes out, I would take it over that. It's an eject button. It does only have one cup holder. I thought it had two. You're right. It only has one cup holder. There might be another one. This armrest might be able to slide back or something. And you got to believe there's going to be cup holders in the doors. If it's real leather or Nulux, hey, Lexus is Nulux. I often can't tell the difference between the leather and the Nulux unless it's an older car. Excuse me, then I can tell based off how well it's held up. And then over time, yeah, I guess the Nulux has gotten so good though. But it's yeah, over time it starts to feel more plasticky, I guess. But the Nulux nowadays is so good. That personally doesn't bother me at all. Some people it's a deal breaker. GR86 will be a long wait. We'll see. Official Elon Musk YouTube channel. I'm going to bed. This is Cars, the Snoofest. Good night. Thanks for stopping out. Speaking of Elon Musk, guys, last night in the stream, you guys asked me, some of you still might be here. Yeah, you guys asked me to stream Battery Day, and I will be streaming Battery Day, apparently. That's Tesla's annual day to talk about their battery technology. So I will be streaming it. That'll be on the 22nd. I don't have the time yet, but it's a little outside my wheelhouse, but I know a lot about Tesla. I'm not an expert by any means, just like I'm not an expert on the Z by any means. The only car brand I'd say I'm an expert on, at least in my opinion, would be Lexus and a little bit Toyota, and the other brands I just don't know as much about them. So thank you guys for being here tonight. If you have questions, feel free to ask them, I guess, because I'm done looking at pictures at this point. I don't think there's anything else for me. I mean, I can read through the press release with you, but there's nothing here. I'm looking for numbers. When I'm reading through this, I'm looking for numbers. And this looks like all the same stuff we heard in the Unveil. So engine is listed 3 times in this entire press article. Under the elongated hood is a twin turbocharged engine made to a 6-speed manual gearbox. As a prototype, work is now underway to synchronize the power with grace and control as defined. The Z. Here we go. V6 twin turbo, 6-speed manual. Okay, so we have basic dimensions of the car. That's it. So we know that there's going to be an automatic option. Very, 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 very interesting how little information, but that's kind of what I expected, to be honest. I told you guys my expectations going in. It's going to be a lot of fluff. They're going to talk a lot about nothing. Talk mainly about the design of the car, the inspiration, DNA, history, all those buzzwords, right? Legacy probably. Is Legacy in this? Oh, Legacy is not. Sorry for the buzz there. That was loud. Legacy is not in there. I'm surprised. CVT is not ruled out, Aaron. Just says they're working on it. They're just working on it. If the GR Corolla comes to America, what will it cost? Starting at 35 grand. Starting at 35 grand. That's my guess. Jatco CVTs are great. Go Super Street, Motor Trend, Instapage. There are more pictures there. That's I don't see. You know, at this point, I saw all the pictures I needed to. I'm sure there's plenty. If you guys, yeah, if the other people in here, yeah, you're welcome to head over there as well. Eli, what's up, man? I gave you a shout out earlier. I don't know if you were here or not, but I talked about the LS 400 for a little bit. So you didn't miss much. Actually, we didn't. Other than the looks of the car, I don't think we learned anything meaningful about this new Z, other than we just now know how it looks. And the interior. I guess we learned about the interior. I take that back. We learned about the interior a little bit, but they didn't even talk about it. They didn't even talk about the interior. Not even a little bit. They didn't even talk about it because it's all subject to change, guys. You think it's a letdown? I think the front grille is gross. I don't like it. I like the rear end. I like the silhouette, the side profile of it a lot. Headlights are okay. I don't have an issue with them, but the grille does not flow with the car. And the front bumper just looks really... The front bumper, to me, looks like an aftermarket body kit bumper that took off the factory bumper. They stuck in and paint matched. It looks like a Fast and the Furious bumper with little design and little flow to the rest of the car. I just don't like it. But I could let you guys watch the recurring shot here. So I know, yeah, Langston, me and you are not the only ones that don't like the grill, for sure. Looks like a budget Vantage. Hey, is that a bad thing, though? Is that a bad thing? Sketch Monkey is scribbling like crazy as we speak. Yep. This is how they fix it. Fast and Furious. Yeah, it almost looks like it, right? It's like a 350Z bumper and cutout grille that isn't the final design. Yeah, I hope not. Hope it's not the final design. Why is the corner of the grille aligned with the corner of the headlights? What? Dozen rice balls. Grill is not bad. You know, okay, I think it needs time to grow on us like the Lexus spindle grill. Now, I thought about that too, but the spindle grill has looked a lot better over time. The spindle grill in the 2016 RX is disgusting. I hate it. Hate it. I don't mind the grill in the 2020 Refresh RX. They have to do some revision to this grill, in my opinion. Can it look okay? Yeah, with the right revisions, it can. Just like the spindle grill can look better. There are a lot of the spindle grills I'm okay on. Some of them I like a lot. And there are a few spindle grills, like the NXs here in America. The NX's front end compared to the non-American versions that they get. Like if you go to Australia, here I'll show you the front because gosh, you got me talking about the spindle grill. Let's go to Australia NX 300. I'm gonna look at images. This is their front bumper there. Can you guys see that? That's very close to the F Sport bumper. See how it kind of goes straight down? It's a full bumper. It looks very similar to this F Sport bumper. You go to America. Whoops. And let's see here. Let me find a good picture of it. These pictures aren't doing it justice of how poor it is compared to the out of United States spindle grill. Look at this. This is what this grill looks like in person. Look how beaky that is. It doesn't go all the way down. It cuts off about 3/4 of the way down. And it's very pointy or beaky. Most people don't mind it. But when you have the F Sport that looks like this, it looks a lot better. And then you go to the Australia one. This guy right here. It goes all the way down. Doesn't have that beaky look to it. So I don't know why they do it that way. Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, spindle grill. Eli donated $5. Holy cow, I missed it. I don't even know where it's at. Let's see if I can find your comment. Eli, gotta support my favorite YouTuber. Thanks, brother. Eli actually knows who I am in person, so thanks, brother. Appreciate it. He actually works at Lexus. Maybe I'm giving out too much information. I'm giving out too much information. I think to come from 220. Looks 100% better. I like it. I like it more than the Supra. Do you guys like this Z car better than the Supra? I guess if you do, just say I don't know what's the best way to do it. You could say Z over Supra, or if you like the Supra better, you put Supra over Z in the comments. JDM isn't dead in Japan, just North America. Hi, Kirk. Any, how you doing? Any Margaretha? Margaretha? Sounds like margarita. Just sounds delicious. Spindle grill is awesome. You know, I think in some instances it looks really good. F Sports, it typically looks really good. Sykesapop has said bye at least 4 times already. You just said bye again. See you, brother. More tame than the Supra. 100% better than the Supra. A million times better than the Supra. This guy says Supra's better. Supra over Z. Better than Supra. Better except for the front end. Yeah. Supra over Z. Z over Supra. Supra. Why are Japanese car makers not interested in sports cars with powerful engines like V8 twin turbo? Reliability and profitability. Doesn't Rice well say, Kirk, I know there are that you are adjusting to your new life. Oh, yep. Moving, new career, etc. But thanks for taking the time out to stream. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for kind of taking me out of the stream and just saying thanks for doing this despite everything. Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. No big deal. Just hanging out with the bros. That's all I'm doing right now. Z over Supra, Z over Supra. Most people like the Z over the Supra. Yep. If I was buying a coupe right now, and let's say this car was available, it's not. It's 2 years away. At least that's my gut. 2 summers away from summer of 2022 is my guess. If Nissan's still around by then, because people are saying, oh, Nissan's going bankrupt next year. Don't think they're going to be bankrupt next year. But, yeah, very challenging times for Nissan. But if I was in the market, I would pick a Z over the Supra if they're both out right now. Sparrow, God bless you. $10. The 10. Who's on a $10 bill? Hamilton? Who's on a $10 bill? So I was going to thank you for the specific bill. Who's on $10 bill? Hamilton. Don't know how I got it. Do you think the reveal sucked because it was so reserved? Seems to match Japanese culture. Totally Japanese culture scripted. So reserved. Look at all the American muscle car reveals. Like, totally. Look at the Bronco reveal. They go and say, but you got to realize the Bronco, and I'm talking to myself now, the Bronco reveal was on a car that's coming to market, like soon. They're taking orders on it. We know the prices. We know everything about it. They spent probably the same amount of time, if not more time, on this reveal, talking about nothing. Nothing. I didn't get much. We got the design of the car, and I think most of us would say we like it. We like it. Overall, most of us like it better than the Supra. So, but yeah, the other guys go do a lot, but like, I don't know. I just don't know what they had all this B-roll. They didn't even show hardly any of it during the unveil. I just don't get it. But thanks for the support, Sparrow. Thanks for the question and the assistance there monetarily. Thank you guys all for coming out. I still have 400 of you guys here. That's incredible. Thank you guys staying out for this. I might watch some basketball after. I think there's a game 7 tonight in the NBA. So yeah. Hamilton, as you guys calling me out, Hamilton. Imagine this car blacked out. Yeah, I guess. Black's not my... I don't think I'll ever buy a black car. They look great when they're clean. They show every single imperfection, though. We could have just... Epithium, we could have just got a video and pictures on the internet and it would have been fine. Agree. Instead, they put out this useless reveal. Yeah, they spent an hour. I think Nissan's trying too hard right now, guys. That's the thing. They're in so much trouble financially. They're so desperate for buzz, attention. They're so desperate of attention. They're trying so hard. And that came across, guys, in this unveil. We got so much time in this unveil. It was an hour long. There was no sustenance. The design, we don't need an hour to look at the car. Like, here's the photos. I can just, press the arrow. We know what it looks like, Tell us more about, show us the car racing. It's going around this closed course at like 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour. Show us a drag racing the rest of the Z cars. Get us excited about the car. There's no excitement about it. They didn't reveal to us anything. We already kind of knew what it looked like. Let's be real. We kind of already knew what it looked like. We already knew that there was going to be a twin turbo V6, and they already teased the manual. They were better off probably not teasing that manual, because that would have left some excitement for this unveil. Instead, we already knew about that, and the whole presentation fell flat. So, yeah. Dozen Rice Balls heard about the news of a potential NSX Type R. It could be real. I don't know. I liked it to be real. I want it to be real. I want the NSX Spider to be real. The NSX, like the LC, they're both, the NSX is way more of a performance flagship halo car, where the LC is more of a Grand Touring flagship non-halo car. But neither of them sell. They're terrible selling cars. And, I would like to see an LCF. I'd like to see an NX Type R. Just don't know if we will. Clippers and Nuggets are tonight. That's right. Black with yellow accent seats. Oh, you like the seats? I think they're cool. They're all right. Do I watch Raidy's rides? No, I don't. But I know he's pretty informative. I don't think I've watched more than like 2 minutes of one of his videos. I'm subscribed to him though, for what that's worth. I don't know, maybe I'm a millennial, but if there's not a whole lot of excitement in the video or personality, I'm not saying I've only watched 2 minutes of one of his videos, I think. And if it's not fast moving enough, if it doesn't keep moving, doesn't keep me engaged, I'm like, I'm going to spend my time doing something else. So maybe it was just that review of Varieties Rides. Like I said, I've just seen one video, but I'm assuming that's how all of his videos are. So there's a certain type of people, and there are hundreds of thousands, millions of people that like reviews that are slower paced, very in-depth, very informative. I'm more faster paced. Tell me everything I need to know that's important, and tell me how the car feels. How does it feel? LC, well, yeah, of course, LC is going to cost twice as much as this car. Oh, you're saying LC is better than the NSX? Yes, yes, it is. I want to see LFA 2.0. Let's get an LFA 2. Let's get an LCF first. Stephanie says, "Kirk, keep up the sick work." Thank you. Any hope for new? I need to start winding down. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I'll probably go for another 9 minutes here. Is it true that the Lexus sold more LS than GS last year? Probably. Probably. I'm almost positive it did. No, I don't root for any teams in basketball. Tonight I'll probably root for the Nuggets because they're geographically closer to me. And weren't they down like 4-1 or something? Or 3-1? Weren't they down 3-1? They won the last two. So that game's got to be starting. It probably already started. Savage Geese is the best in the business. I do really enjoy his stuff. I'll definitely waste time watching his videos. I enjoy cinematography more than anything. I don't always agree with his opinions, and that's fine because having opinions is what makes a lot of his content so interesting. He's so opinionated, for better, for worse, but that's what gets people so drawn into his videos. For me, I think more so his cinematography it gets me excited because I want to provide better reviews for you guys, and it's hard to, since I haven't had a lot of review chances, but I have more and more equipment now to provide better coverage, better filming for you guys. So yeah, he's been very influential on my channel. It's just kind of like inspirational to me. So I want to say Lexus make a new LFA, but it won't be as good as the original. Oh, yeah, I mean, totally. Chan just got a shout out from Boost in Motion. I just got a shout out. Boost in Motion. God bless you, man. I don't know. I don't know everyone on YouTube, but sounds like another YouTuber. So, a great big fan of Savage Geese. Yes, some people really enjoy his stuff. I think most people do that are subscribed. I'm surprised he doesn't have more subscribers, but you know what? He gives more in-depth, more opinionated things, type of videos, where like the straight pipes, to me, straight pipes are just like comedic, like quick, fast, not very in-depth, kind of surface level entertainment, and that's why they have done so well. Who's that other one that is huge as well? Those two guys, I think they're both Canadian too. Gosh, I can't think of them, but they've grown a ton, and their content's excellent. They're like a mini Top Gear. I don't watch them, but I'm subscribed to them. You know that sort of thing. Epithium, have a good night. You said last night, and you kept streaming forever. That's true, but I only I streamed longer tonight than I did last night. All right, JMB, thanks for sticking around. Take care, man. Car Confections, they've grown a lot. They provide a ton of content. I just don't watch their stuff. I don't have anything good or bad to say about them other than they're doing something right because they're growing a lot. Thanks, Kirk. Thanks, Leo. Thanks for stopping by. You're always here for me, brother. Penta, I don't know. Car Throttle is better than Savage Geese, in my opinion, but both are so good. Maybe that's the group I was talking about. I don't know why I can't think of anyone's names right now. Alpha's coming out with a turbo upgrade kit for the Q5060, so we will see how they adapt to the next Z if there's a VR30. Interesting. Yes, this is a Trader Joe's drink. This is a sparkling hard seltzer from Trader Joe's. Raspberry flavored, if you were wondering. It's not very good. They have a lemon one that's phenomenal, but this raspberry one's, I could do without it. Savage Geese most thorough reviews. Yeah, he does a great job. Craig, take care, man. What about Redline Reviews? Redline Reviews was one of the first review channels that I watched way before I even started my YouTube channel. So yeah, I appreciate. He actually knows who I am. I commented on one of his videos, and he's like, "We watch you, keep it up." I'm like, "Oh shit, just got a shout out from a big car YouTuber." Like, that was incredible. So JMB's like, "Okay, I'm going. It was good to stick around." Savage Geese's LC video. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The LC 500 convertible. Throttle House. Throttle House was the guys I couldn't think of. Yep, exactly. Throttle House makes really good videos. I don't know if it's... I really don't really watch them. I'll watch Straight Pipes over them. I think I like them better. I like Straight Pipes' personalities better than the Throttle House guys. I don't know. There's something about the Throttle House guys. Like, and maybe if I met them in person, like we'd be best friends or something. But there's something about them that I just don't click with compared to like the Straight Pipes guys. Car Throttle is so good, it looks like it could be. I agree. Like I told you, they look like Top Gear. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how good their stuff looks. Redline Reviews is a bit cringy. So is Doug DeMuro. And Doug DeMuro is very cringy, and he has millions of subscribers. Millions. I would rather watch a Redline review than a Doug DeMuro review. I like gosh, what's his name? Tyler. Hoopty's Garage. Hoopty's Garage? Is that what it is? Tyler, I can't think of his name. I like his stuff. I think he's very entertaining, funny dude. It's very scripted. It's very like Top Gear-ish. But the production levels are not like Throttle House. Those guys are crazy. But yeah. Is Nissan still manufactured by Renault, just concerned about reliability? It depends on the model, dude. Depends on the model. You know, they all share components to some degree. You're thinking, I'm so far behind in the comments. So far behind. Savage Geese needs more subs. I agree. I think he should have millions of subscribers. I don't know why he doesn't have more subscribers. Even one of my first channel was Redline Reviews back in 2012. Yeah, he's been around for so long. He can get away with like 2012 quality, and his quality's gotten way better since 2012. But I'm saying like it's not Throttle House quality, you know, over at Redline Reviews. But he has so much momentum. He has so many subscribers that pretty much whatever he posted is gold. Like, it doesn't matter because he ranks so high on YouTube. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I applaud him because he's been doing it a long time. He knows his stuff, Safian, and putting in the work to make like you have to have an entire team if you want to make Throttle House quality videos, an entire team of people, and that's why they've grown so fast, and they're going to continue to grow so fast because they have the budget, the production, the dream and the drive, the vision to have a channel to be a Top Gear. I don't ever want to do that. Like, I want to have a growing community. I want to have, of course, more subscribers the better. I just want to have a unique channel. Hopefully stay focused as much as I can on the Asian brands, but I don't know. You know, my channel is growing. It's changing a little by little, but righty rides equals come on down and bye. Well, I think a lot of his reviews are done at dealerships, so maybe he does that to get people to come by those dealerships so we can review the cars for those dealerships. It's marketing for those dealerships. I don't know. I understand why you stopped watching Scotty. Yeah. Doug is terrible. Hoovie's Garage. I don't know why I said Hoopty, because he calls it the Hoopty Fleet. Donut Media is incredibly entertaining. They deserve all the subscribers they have. I really don't watch a whole lot of YouTube. If I do, it's not for me to learn about cars necessarily, because we can all learn that on our own, right? You guys don't necessarily watch me. Well, sometimes, all right, because I have breaking news. But like Donut Media, I'll watch them, and Savage Geese, I'll watch them. You know, all these top tier car YouTubers, I watch them to get ideas from how they edit, how they film, how they produce their content. That's really why I watch other car channels, is to learn from them, to make my content better for you guys. Throttle House is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, they got it figured out. Thoughts on the straight pipes? I like them. I'd love to hang out with those guys, have a beer. They're entertaining. Donut Media is I agree. CarWow, I love CarWow too. Matt from CarWow, love that channel. I get a lot of inspiration from them. New information, go with Kirk or Car Throttle. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Jackson. I did say I would be done about 3 minutes ago. Goodness gracious. See, I could just talk about cars, talk to you guys all day. Rain's even back. Rain's back. I think Rain lives in Guam. What time is it in Guam? Guam time. It's 12 p.m. there. Okay. It's a noon time. It's lunch hour. Saab Kyle, he's like the original OG, right? I don't even think he makes too many videos anymore. He doesn't need to. CarWow is gold. Yeah, it's crazy. CarWow is nuts. Watch you for the latest news. Thank you. First video I watched was when Lexus decided to axe the GS. Yuck. Don't get me crying now. Don't get me crying. I don't know what Zebra Corner is. Blondie gets all the new car reviews. Yeah, Blondie's... It's not even fair. Not even fair. Supercar Blondie is like cheating. She's like cheats YouTube. Sarah Entune cheats YouTube. Someone who's knowledgeable about cars, likes cars, a girl, and a cute girl. That's like instant win. Instant win. Supercar Blondie is cringe, but you gotta realize, Eli. You gotta realize. That's an instant, it's a winning formula. A girl who's interested in cars and she has her hands on supercars. How does that, how would that not get a gajillion views? Rain, Kirk deserves 1 million subs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm growing little by little. And this was my biggest live stream ever, guys. I had 16,000 playbacks on this live stream tonight, and it was just a ton of fun. Mr. Beast. that dude has broken YouTube as well. He's straight broken YouTube. What do I think of Sarah Entune? I like her as a person. I don't watch her stuff. I'm subscribed to her. I think she's hilarious. She's got a very unique, I get a text. She's got a very unique personality. I generally like her review style. So they did not state the horsepower numbers. No, they didn't state really anything other than we just know what the car looks like. And we know it's going to be twin turbo V6, aka the Q60's engine. What in the world is this? Ahmedzi, thanks for stopping by. This is a live stream, brother. What do you think of the annoying orange? I don't know what you mean. Thoughts on the 2013 Genesis Coupe 2.0? They're cool. I mean, they're cool looking. I can't tell you anything else. I have no idea on the reliability, how they drive. I've never driven one. This doesn't look like a Z. I think it looks like a Z. I think it's a good evolution of the Z. I don't like the front end, like that grill's not my thing, but I'm gonna go back and watch this from the beginning. All right, see you, Eli. Take care, man. Captain Kirk always gets the cute girls. I'm sure Kirk Rival's gonna do better. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm married, bruh. Is the Sequoia being scrapped, or is a new one coming or out when the new Tundra comes out? Sequoia's not being scrapped. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Bear with me. Look at this. Sequoia 2022 right there. Sequoia is not getting scrapped. It'll be out in 2022. This is a dealer leak from March of this year. All hybrid Sienna came true. All hybrid Venza / Harrier came true. We'll get a new 86 next summer. We'll get a new all new CUV Q3 2021. That could be delayed because of Corona. That is the same. That is going to be produced in the Alabama plant. I think it could be the Corolla Cross. New Tundra Q4 of 2021, so about a year from now, maybe now, a little bit later from a year now. And then sometime in 2022, Sequoia and 4Runner. There you have it. Sequoia's flop. Well, the current generation is just too old. They've let it flop. Don't think that the Z is going to be under 330K. Sequoia, the new Prado in the US. The Sequoia is more like a Land Cruiser in size, but it's based off the Tundra here stateside. The closest thing we have to a Prado is the Lexus GX. That's like a clone, but with a V8 and nice. It's just a nicer interior. Next gen CH replacement will be a Mazda Toyota partnership. Could be. Could be. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping out. I'm going to call it quits. To give you an idea, I do have some live streams coming up. So if you guys are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I'm going to be live streaming the Infiniti Q60 on the 24th of this month. And I'll be streaming Battery Day, Tesla Battery Day, on Tuesday the 22nd. Don't know the time yet. I will be also getting cars to review on a weekly basis, starting with the Mazda 6 Signature this week. So a whole week for me to gather my thoughts, gather footage of the car. I'm just really, really excited, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you guys. Get some food, get some sleep, take care of yourselves. If you haven't hit the like button, I would appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to go watch some basketball. All right. Take care. Peace out. Peace out.